welcome to the Manatee Chamber of Commerce 6th Annual Champions of Healthcare Awards. What a wonderful morning looking around this room. What a testament to the support that this community gives our critical healthcare industry. So now that I've asked you to get seated, I will ask you to stand and please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much. You may be seated. My name is Jackie Dzelski, and I am the president and CEO of the Manatee Chamber. And as I said, welcome to the 6th Annual Champions of Healthcare Awards. We are so excited to honor almost 70 nominees this morning for these prestigious awards. I know many of you walked in and found your name tag. Some of you look like generals walking around MTC this morning, so thank you so much for not only being here, but for the many organizations, companies, and individuals that made a significant investment to make this morning's awards possible. You'll find their names on pages 8 and 9 of the program, so I hope that you will take a moment to appreciate the investment that those organizations have made. With this being the 6th annual awards celebrating healthcare, we have a number of past winners in the room with us this morning, and so I would ask you to please stand if you are a past winner of the Champions of Healthcare Awards. There are individuals and organizations. Congratulations to you all, and I think there are some large tables that didn't stand, as those were most of our individual winners, but many of your organizations have been honored in the past as well. As I said, we could not do this event without the significant financial support of many sponsors, and so I'd like to recognize them at this time. You will see their names up on the screens. Our presenting sponsor for the 6th year in a row is Regions Bank. Thank you so much, Gerhard and your entire team, for the investment that Regions made. Many of you walked in and saw the Regions table. I hope you've all dropped your card or your name in the fishbowl, because we are going to give away one of the famous Regions bikes this morning when we're back up here. But you saw this, so at first I was wondering, is this a new jewelry item? My children will love this, but let me demonstrate for you in case you were wondering, because I think this is so cool. So look, it's these hands. Look what it does on your desk. So perfect. So make sure you grab one. I think this is one of the coolest things I have seen. So thank you, Gerhard, so much. Our scholarship sponsor who makes the Youth Volunteer Award possible is Florida Blue. Florida Blue, thank you so much for your sponsorship, Travis Hullinger and his team. Our program sponsor, Tidewell Hospice, Jerry, thank you so much to you and your entire team. Our corporate sponsors, and there is a number of them: All Trust Insurance, Steve Hall and his team; Blake Medical Center, Randy Curran, Melissa Morgan, the entire Blake family; Can Community Health, John Acevedo, Roger Capote, Jessley Santiago, thank you for your support; Health South, Marcus Braz and Ginger Mace, the entire Health South team; Kaiser University, thank you to Dr. Morgan as well as Violetta Huseman for that support; Lakewood Ranch Medical Center, thank you Andy Goose and Lisa Kirkland; LECOM, Dr. George, Joel Whalen, the entire LECOM team; Manatee Memorial Hospital, thank you Kevin DeLallo, Vernon Desir, Betty Chambliss; State College of Florida, thank you to Dr. Probsfield and the State College of Florida team; and Suncoast Behavioral Health, thank you to Brandy Hamilton and the Suncoast team. We also had great support from METV, to Charles and to Richard and to Tom and Chris. You will see some video production today that really adds a lot of pizzazz to the awards. So thank you so much. METV is also filming the awards this morning and promises to get the show up online within a day. So for those of you that would like to share this morning's festivities with your network, you will be able to do that within a day. Also to our printing sponsor, thank you Justin and Minuteman Printing, Minuteman Press. And to Pier 22, Manatee Fruit Company, Cortez Floral, and the incredible team at Manatee Technical College who hosted us in what many of you know is our Plan B with a date and venue change. Thank you so much, Manatee Technical College. How many of you, this is your first time on this MTC campus? So welcome. MTC is an incredible asset to the healthcare community from a workforce, current and future workforce development perspective. You notice the goodie bags. Many of you have put them on the floor because they're so large, but thank you to the many sponsors who offered some goodies to you to take home today. And then I'd like to also give some recognition to the platinum members of the Manatee Chamber who make an additional year-long investment in the Chamber to allow us to expand programming like adding the Champions of Healthcare Awards to our community service. That's Blaylock Walters, Carr, Riggs and Ingram, Manatee County Government, MCR Health Services, All Care Options. Patrick, thank you so much to you and your team. Manatee Memorial Hospital, the Mosaic Company, NDC Construction, the Pittsburgh Pirates and Bradenton Marauders, Raymond James and Associates, Bruce Body, and the Sarasota Bradenton International Airport. Please give them a round of applause. And now, without further ado, I'm going to call up our chairman of the board, your chairman of the board of the Manatee Chamber for 2018, Ms. Darcy Duncan with Duncan Real Estate, who will tell you a little bit about healthcare priorities from the Chamber's perspective.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. What a great crowd this morning. I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much. I'm proud to be this year's chairman of the board of the Manatee Chamber, our wonderful organization that supports this community and our business community, and it's an honor. It is great to see this room packed with people who care about and are making a difference in our healthcare and our community. Thank you to each and every one of you for supporting this year's Champions of Healthcare Awards. This is our 6th year of recognizing the incredible accomplishments of people, programs, and institutions that make healthcare great in Manatee County and something very special. We owe our thanks to those serving on the Chamber's Healthcare Committee for their efforts in creating a lasting, high-profile awards program. Their names are listed in the program, and if you're a member of this committee, would you please stand and be recognized? There you are. This impressive group works so hard on a number of initiatives, including legislative priorities that the Manatee Chamber takes to Tallahassee and Washington, D.C., working with the Department of Health to encourage more wellness offerings within businesses for their employees, vetting topics related to healthcare in order to inform our chamber on our board on priorities that we need to work on in the healthcare community. The Chamber takes a leadership role in healthcare issues to support our mission, which is to build a positive business environment while enhancing our community's quality of life. We all know the importance of a strong, vibrant healthcare industry. It supports a very large workforce in our county and is a major economic driver, and the health of our community is a huge part of our quality of life. The Chamber is so proud to recognize all of today's champions of healthcare. Taking time to celebrate all the accomplishments you will hear about this morning is so important. Congratulations to all the nominees, finalists, and of course the winners, which we'll find out shortly. Before our wonderful partners at Pier 22 serve an amazing breakfast, please allow me to invite Sonia Alvarado, the chaplain at Tidewell Hospice, to come up and give our invocation.
Good morning, everyone. The story is told about a lady who every day she would go to the well in her village to draw water. And on her way back, the vessel that she was taking, one side was whole, but the other side had holes in it. And so by the time she got home, all the water almost was gone. But along the path that there was the broken pieces in that vessel were beautiful flowers. And I want to say to you this morning that you are like those beautiful flowers. You are not perfect, I'm not perfect, but the work you do and the effect you make on the community is not lost. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. This is a day that you have made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. We thank you for giving us gifts and talents that we use to serve others. Bless this event which celebrates our healthcare community, our professionals, our volunteers, through whom you work to strengthen each person's mind, body, and spirit. As we are of diverse talents, we recognize that your call is individual, but that it is for the good of mankind as we work in community and for community. Bless our doctors, bless our nurses, bless our teachers and our researchers. Bless our volunteers and philanthropists. Bless our allied health professionals and the young people working every day to support their peer. We pray for your wisdom as we seek to make a difference. Keep us mindful of the needs of others and of thankful spirit for the many gifts we have received. So as we, broken vessels, seek to do each day's duty, may it be that we will leave sweet fragrance along the way and your name be glorified. Amen.
Thank you, Sonia. Please enjoy your breakfast, and we'll be back in a few minutes to start our program. Thank you.
Good morning again. Thank you so much to the Pier 22 team for a delicious breakfast this morning. I can't imagine what time you all were up this morning. It was early, even earlier than the chamber team. So for those of you for whom this is not your first Champions of Healthcare Award, you know that one of the highlights of the morning, in addition to honoring the many nominees and finalists and winners, is the famous Regions Bike giveaway. So I hope you all dropped a card or filled out one of the slips, but I would like to introduce you formally to Gerhard Toth with Regions Bank. He and Denise Berger-Smith will be giving away a Regions Bike this morning. Gerhard and Denise.
Good morning, everybody. Great to see you all. And once again, we're going to be doing this drawing, and thank you, Jackie, for allowing us to do that. So everybody knows Denise, right? Miss Manatee here. So please, let's go ahead.
Julia Helson, Sarasota Magazine.
All right. So she has to come up and write it off.
So you have to come up here and write it in.
Congratulations, Julia. We expect you to write it right down that really long hallway here at MTC. Cameras, we're ready now. Congratulations. Yep. We'll get a photo of that. Michelle's in the back.
How cool is that?
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And we will hear from Gerhard again a little bit later in the program. But now I will turn the microphone and the podium over to Matthew LaPointe with Blaylock Walters. Matthew this year took over the helm chairing the Manatee Chamber of Commerce's Healthcare Committee. So Matthew, thank you so much. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. What a great event. It's so wonderful and humbling to see what all of you are doing in the community, and I really am thankful for being a part of this community. So, continue with breakfast. Thanks again to Pier 22. Great way to start the day. As Jackie shared earlier, we received more than 60 nominations for this year's awards. As you might imagine, it was an extremely difficult task to select the finalists and the winners from among our nominees. Every nominee is a winner. Every nominee contributes immensely to the quality of healthcare in Manatee County and the quality of life that we all cherish. This year, we again had 5 generous individuals who had the difficult job of selecting our finalists and winners. They spent many hours reviewing hundreds of pages of information on our nominees. You know, the committee had to make some very difficult choices, and I know that these nominees and finalists will be nominated again for the amazing work that they do in our community. So please help me thank our judges as I ask each of them to stand. Christy Cardillo of Carr, Riggs & Ingram, CPAs. Christy. Karen DeSimone of Manatee Memorial Hospital. Diane Lehman of Blake Medical Center. Valerie Vale, Manatee County Medical Association. And my predecessor as chair of the Healthcare Committee, Steve Hall of All Trust Insurance. Steve, thank you very much. I now have the distinct honor of introducing the 21 people, programs, and institutions that were selected as finalists this year. I ask that each of them stand and remain standing to be recognized, and if we could hold our applause to the end until all 21 finalists have been announced, that would be great. So let's start in the adult volunteer category. Our 3 finalists: Leland Brand of Blake Medical Center, Dion Burns of Lakewood Ranch Medical Center, and Markel Simmons of Healthy Teens Coalition of Manatee County, Inc. All right. In the innovation and research category, Blake Medical Center, cultured epidermal autografts for burn patients. John Sylvester, MD, of 21st Century Oncology. Manatee Memorial Hospital Opioid Alternative Program. The 3 finalists. The 3 finalists in the institution and program category are Manatee Technical College, Emergency Medical Services, the School District of Manatee County, HOSA, Future Health Professionals, the Florida Department of Health, Manatee County Medical Reserve Corps. Thank you very much. Great. In the nurse category, Jennifer Brown, Manatee Diagnostic Center, Nathan Hansen, Blake Medical Center, and Rosa Porter, MCR Health Services. In the allied health professional category, Michael Harnish of Manatee Healthcare Systems, Annette Larkin, Happy Cubs, and Melissa Larkin Skinner of Centerstone of Florida. Great. The physician category, our 3 finalists are Dr. Sean Castellucci, Dr. Daniel Lamar of Coastal Orthopedics. Dr. Castellucci is with Urology Partners, And then the 3rd finalist in the physician category is Dr. Thomas Morrish of ENT Associates. Thank you. In the individual of merit category, the finalists for the Champions Award are Dr. Jennifer Bensey, Florida Department of Health, Manatee County, Joshua Barnett, Manatee County Government, and Dr. Joseph Pecoraro of Premier Medicine. Thank you. In our final 2 categories, the cat is out of the bag. We've already announced the winners. You'll hear more about them, much more about them, in a few minutes. But let's please allow them to stand and be recognized now. In our youth volunteer category, Kiera Lewis, a Southeast High School student, and a volunteer with Healthy Teens Coalition. Thanks, Kiera. And this morning's Lifetime Achievement honoree, Dr. Karen Liebert. Let's give all of the finalists, if you would all stand once again so we can give you a round of applause. All of the finalists, please. Thank you. Please, yeah, thank you very much. I just think it's great to see all of you standing at once and see the great, just the number of people who are really doing fantastic work in our community. So the moment we've been waiting for, I have the honor of announcing the winners. In the first several categories. After each winner's announced, and as he or she makes their way to the stage, we're going to share a video that highlights some of the accomplishments and the impact that these champions are having in our community. Each winner is also welcome to say a few words and share with us this morning a little bit of their wisdom. Our first category this morning is the adult volunteer category. This category recognizes individuals in our community who volunteer for the betterment of the health of the people of Manatee County. The nominees in this category have collectively given thousands of hours volunteering in Manatee County through a number of different medical facilities and nonprofits. Our winner uses his passion to help young people navigate the difficulties of life. Please give a huge round of applause to Markel Simmons, our 2018 Adult Volunteer Award winner. Please enjoy this video produced by METV. We asked Marianne Legler to share some of her thoughts on Markel's story.
In late 2013, I met a young man who was a senior at Palmetto High. He would forever change my life and, more importantly, the lives of countless young people in our community. His name is Markel Simmons. He had heard about Healthy Teens Coalition's new Teen Health Educator program from a counselor in the domestic violence shelter where he was temporarily living with his brother and his mother. Despite their lives being in turmoil, he and his brother wanted to make a difference in the lives of other youth, so they became teen health educators. From the moment that this young man walked into the interview, he blew all of us away with his wisdom, maturity, and natural gift for putting everyone in the room at ease. Markel quickly became a leader in the Teen Health Educator group and now serves as an adult leader in Healthy Teens Coalition. He gives a powerful message on being a positive role model and has given presentations to over 2,200 Manatee County youth. He generously shares his personal journey that has led him to who he is today, how his arm was permanently damaged during birth, how he lost his father to cancer when he was only 8 years old, how he and his brother searched to find a positive male role model after their father's death, how they and their mother thought they had found that perfect father figure until this man began abusing his mother, and how he has made the conscious choice to use all of these life lessons to help others. 2 years ago, he began leading mentoring groups to young males, including some who had made pretty serious mistakes, landing them in the juvenile detention facility. He never judges, he never gives up, and without fail, he finds the positive in whomever he meets. Only 22 years old, Markel's incredibly humble, shining the light on everyone else. In addition to his work as a mentor and advocate for youth, last year he also began his work as a volunteer youth leader at Bayside Community Church and now ministers to over 400 youth. I can think of no one more richly deserving of this award. Congratulations to the 2018 Adult Volunteer Healthcare Champion Award winner and my hero, Markel Simmons.
It's pretty cool. So I just want to say thank you for everyone who's poured into me over the years. It's just life, life, honestly. So I can give out my, thank yous to Mom and Miss Marianne Legler, Dr. Van Buren, and just the list can go on forever. But I want to keep it short and sweet. So the only way that I am, the only way that I am who I am is because of God. And everything that I do, I put God first. And it's about people. It's about people. And kids, they're just little people. They're just little people. And I'm honored to be able to understand that, every single time that I'm able to pour into a young person, it's amazing. It really, really is. And every single time that I can just pour into anybody, And it's not even like, when I'm in a school or anything like that, I'm not breaking the rules. I'm not saying, God this, God that. I'm not doing that. But it's by the light that's within. It's contagious. People say, dang, what's different about this guy? Like, wow, man, I like being around this guy. They don't like being around me because, truthfully, I'm not an awesome person. I'm just not, So it's just it's that light that's within. I just want to close out with this world is not perfect. This world's messed up, Bad things are gonna happen. Bad things happen to kids, Bad things happen to adults, and it's all about sharing love with each other. One day in heaven, it's gonna be beautiful, but we were never promised on earth that it was gonna be beautiful, so it's up to us. It's up to us to share love with one another, So just always remember that, all right? Love y'all, appreciate you.
Markel, you may not think you're special, but there are 300 and something people here who may feel otherwise. So thank you very much. Our next category is the Innovation and Research category. In this category, we recognize a person, a program, or an organization whose work within their field has resulted in a breakthrough or a major development in medical or health sciences. This year's winner is bringing needed attention and research to an issue that cuts across every community, demographic, and divide. Their commitment to changing protocols will help save lives. Please help me in congratulating the Opioid Alternative Program at Manatee Memorial Hospital, our 2018 Champions of Healthcare Award winner. I'll ask Kevin DeLallo and Candace Smith to share more about this program in this video.
I share my congratulations with the team at Manatee Memorial Hospital that took the lead in initiating an innovative alternative to opioid program to reduce the use of opioids and provide alternative methods for pain management. The plan was derived from extensive research and use of best practices. This innovative approach to support our community residents involves senior hospital leaders, physician champions, and doctoral prepared pharmacists. The plan involved emergency room providers, anesthesiologists, surgeons, primary care physicians, and frontline nursing staff.
There was tremendous research completed and new protocols and pharmaceutical interventions were put into place. Education occurred with staff and providers to ensure strong knowledge of the reason to promote alternatives to opioids and defined implementation plan with measurable objectives. Our community brought together hospitals, EMS, county officials, associated task force leaders, as well as families affected by this horrific disease process. As a result, 5 distinct diagnoses were selected for initial implementation of a plan to reduce the ordering of 4 distinct opioids. The innovation and research for such a strong commitment comes with significant dedication from the hospital, strong communication, and support from our community.
Through April, we have achieved a 36% reduction in opioid prescriptions. A willingness to build the infrastructure with an evidence-based toolkit is necessary for all communities to consider this as a local, state, and national epidemic we are fighting to control. Congratulations to the team at Manatee Memorial Hospital for being a champion in reducing opioid use in our community.
Thank you so much. I'm amazed at the animation that they can show on there. That wasn't really us. That was just, I don't know, I'm just kidding. I want to thank the Chamber for this award. Thank you so much for honoring us. I'm just so proud of the staff of Manatee Memorial Hospital. Whatever it is, I mean, if it's serving the indigent in our community, if it's stepping up to raise food for the food bank, we just raised 1,100 boxes of cereal and 1,000 jars of peanut butter for the food bank to restock the food bank. If it's addressing an opioid issue in our community that's affecting everyone's lives in our community and making it a better community, the hospital and the employees always step up, and I'm always so proud of them. And I want to thank them, and I want to thank, again, the Chamber for this award. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Our next category is the institution and program category, designed to recognize the impact of a facility, business, or nonprofit, a school, government agency, or a program within an institution for its impact on the healthcare of our community. Our winner this morning involved hundreds current and future healthcare professionals through a program designed to ensure qualified leaders for the industry. Please help me in honoring the HOSA, Future Healthcare Professional Organizations, as our 2018 Champions of Healthcare Award winner in the Institution and Program category. If the HOSA volunteers would come up, thank you. We asked Randy Curran with Blake Medical Center to tell us why this program is important for our community, and let's watch the video.
As all of us in business know, there's no asset more important than an organization's people. They steward the mission, serve the customers, and provide the expertise and energy to power growth. In the healthcare industry, we have an eye on not just our current workforce, but our future workforce too. We're so lucky that HOSA, an international organization for middle school, secondary, post-secondary, and collegiate students enrolled in a health science field, has an award-winning presence at several schools in Manatee County. This year's HOSA Florida theme is Create Your Future. Doug Wagner and the HOSA Future Health Professionals program are helping to inspire our local students by educating them about career opportunities in the healthcare industry, especially those in Manatee County. They are guiding and encouraging the next generation. They are also providing a way for students to volunteer at many community events and programs that positively impact health in Manatee County. 2 nominations for HOSA this year cited Nolan Middle School's program, as well as the effort led throughout the district by Doug that includes all 6 high schools and several other middle schools. Did you know that Manatee County HOSA students have received international awards? HOSA also aims to enhance the delivery of quality health care to all people. Like Blake Medical Center, the program understands that quality health care starts locally, one patient at a time. The HOSA organization is not only a champion of healthcare, they are creating tomorrow's champions as well. Congratulations.
Absolutely. I would like to, absolutely. Well, thank you. This truly is a surprise. So HOSA, Health Occupation Students of America, it's actually one of 7 career and technical student organizations. We call them CTSOs that are recognized by the United States Department of Education and the Florida Department of Education. So if you have a health program at the middle school, high school, or post-secondary, everyone in Manatee County, students, all participates in the HOSA co-curricular organization. Our clubs, as Randy said on the video, we truly are leaders across the entire state of Florida. Our students compete, they raise funds to help out the community service type of activities, and they learn about health education in the real world. All of our teachers and students this week are in Dallas, Texas, competing at the national competition, or they would have been here. So it's quite a big deal for us to receive this award at the same time that they're all out in Texas. So, and really this award is, we appreciate this award, but everybody in this room helps with this award, because we need people to come in and speak to our classes, to offer shadowing, to judge some of our HOSA events, to employ our students in the healthcare industry here in Manatee County. So we accept this award on behalf of all the schools in Manatee County, and we want to thank every single person here for making this possible. I want to introduce Kelly Kennedy, also our program specialist, who might like to say a word too.
I just want to say what an honor it is every day to work with the teachers who also act as the advisors for HOSA. They are a group of caring, dedicated health professionals, many of whom have left lucrative careers in the healthcare field in order to teach students. And I think that's one of the most important things for all of you to understand, is that they're there because they love students and because they care about the future of healthcare. And they want to make sure that Manatee County has a robust and growing future for students as well as for our community. And that's why they do what they do. So thank you for this award. I'm sure they all wish they could be here today. I promise you I'll be texting them in a few minutes to let them know that they won, but they truly are a great group of individuals. And again, thank you so much for this award.
Our next category, the Allied Health Professional category. This category seeks to recognize all of those professionals whose work is critical to the overall workings of our healthcare system. PAs, educators, administrators, PTs, OTs, EMTs, mental health, behavioral health, all the allied healthcare professionals. Our winner this morning was nominated for the dedicated work that he does to help many interdependent teams prepare for emergency response. Please help me congratulate Michael Harnish with the Manatee Healthcare System, our 2018 Champions of Healthcare Allied Health Professional Award winner. As Michael makes his way up to this stage, we're going to hear more about him from Lisa Kirkland on the video screen.
If you have the opportunity to work with Michael Harnish, you quickly learn of his great passion for emergency management. He has more than 30 years of experience as a 911 flight and critical care transport paramedic, and has deployed as far away as Africa. He's a humble team player that takes a genuine interest in helping to create safe and effective strategies. Michael is continually honing his skill set and looking for improved best practices. He openly shares his skills and knowledge with the multiple groups he works and volunteers with through the Manatee Memorial Healthcare System. One example of his expertise put to the test is Michael's tireless efforts during Hurricane Irma. He chairs the Manatee Coalition of Health and Medical Preparedness, which seeks to make our community more resilient before, during, and after a disaster. Michael works side by side with executives, physicians, nurses, ancillary staff, community partners, vendors, and regulatory agencies, as well as government officials for days on end, setting up incident command centers at 2 hospitals, playing a significant role in the first evacuation of a hospital in Manatee County, and much more. Michael truly is committed to his word of taking care of the people, taking care of the patients. Congratulations, Michael. You're a true champion of healthcare.
Thank you. I just want to say that taking care of the people that take care of the patients is really a high priority in what we do every day. and our ability to make sure that our caregivers are safe is very, very close to my heart. Along that line, the families that we leave behind in times of disaster or the preparedness we have to give credit to, including my wife Stephanie, who's able to join me today. During that storm, I was, as a planner, you plan for the disaster. You have your plan B, your plan C. Well, for Irma, at one point, we were up to plan D, which meant little last-minute changes, swoop up the family, get out of danger. And I want to thank her for being by our side and taking care of me while I take care of the families. And during the evacuation, some of our preparedness pretty much involved people that sit almost every one of these tables. Everybody from the finance industry to the healthcare providers in the community. Our community partners are vital in the community response and resilience before, during, and after a disaster like this. We take the time all year round to plan for all types of disasters, not just hurricanes, but the all hazards approach is something that we really are focusing on, whether it be a flood or something as simple as a water leak that could interrupt business as usual so we can take care of our patients. We plan for that, and we practice taking care of our folks. So I'd like to thank everybody. I'm really tempted to take a little victory lap on that Pretty Green Regions bicycle, but I'll just do the victory lap around my table. But thank you.
Our next category is the nurse category, which is designed to honor a nurse or a nurse practitioner in our community. We've all met these people. They're the amazing individuals who are entrusted to care for us and our children and our loved ones. What distinguishes all of the nominees in this category is the extra work and compassion that they deliver even outside of their normal jobs. The colleagues of our winner recognize her as a woman who serves with passion and compassion. She has a long career of going the extra mile for every patient. Please help me congratulating Rosa Porter with MCR Health Services as our 2018 Champions of Healthcare Award winner in the nurse category. While Rosa makes her way to the stage, on the screen to share a little bit about Rosa is Dr. George Van Buren.
I remember meeting Mrs. Rosa Porter at Manatee Memorial Hospital shortly after I arrived in Bradenton. Mrs. Porter worked on the labor and delivery unit, taking care of new mothers and their newborns. She was dedicated to providing the best care to her patients, big and small. She related well with everyone and had such a calming influence on everyone whom she came in contact with. Back then, she was an LPN, but she was always working to become better. She used to bring her math homework to work, and she would work on her assignments in between her patient care duties. I would marvel at her dedication, and soon I was helping her when I could in between my patients. It was a rewarding experience to see her accomplish her goal of becoming a registered nurse. She continued her work at Manatee Memorial, but later joined MCR Health Services in 1998, where she worked in our OB program. She has worn many hats at MCR, and we realized that she loved to teach and had a passion for helping others, especially those with diabetes. When we started our diabetic education program, she became our go-to educator. She took on the most difficult to reach patients, and they were won over by her dedication, passion, and willingness to go above and beyond. I have seen her work after hours to help someone on many nights. When she had health challenges, she was always looking for ways to get back to work as soon as possible. I could go on forever talking about Mrs. Porter. She has been an inspiration to all of us at MCR, and I can think of no one more deserving of this recognition. Congratulations, Mrs. Porter. You are now a champion of healthcare.
I don't know what to say right now. Hello, good morning. My name is Rosalie Porter, and I just want to take time to thank the Manatee Chamber for this opportunity to be the finalist in this nursing category. I have been in nursing at hospital. I started at Manatee Memorial Hospital for 27 years. I left Manatee Memorial Hospital and I joined Manatee Rural Health. I love people, I love people, I love to help people. And when I came to Manatee Memorial Hospital, I was in OB, and of course with Dr. Van Buren helping, and now Manatee Rural Health, and I am the diabetic educator for Manatee Rural Health. And it came to be a passion to me because while I was in college, I became a diabetic at the age of 46 years old. I can't say too much, I don't want to tell my age right now. But I knew how I felt, and Manatee Rural Health gave us the opportunity. Dr. Van Buren was one that went with us to Miami for huge instructions on how to take care of patients with diabetes. And because I didn't know what to do, I had not a clue what to do with this diabetic. And when we was talking about you eat food, it change into sugar, I said, what? And I love rice. I said, okay. And she put a little cup, about a third of a cup of rice in Miss Porter. That's all the rice you're supposed to have. I said, you gotta be kidding. I said, that's all the rice I'm supposed to eat? And so I said, you know, we have these patients, and we have a lot of Manatee Rural Health patients that's diabetics. And they don't charge anything. Mr. Appreciate, Mr. Carnegie, they all felt that there was a need for these patients, so they don't have to pay to see me. They just have to come. And there's nothing in the world that I wouldn't do for them in terms of teaching them the proper way, read labels, how to measure their foods, how to take care of themselves. All I hope and pray that I can live long enough to see something happen to this big thing, diabetes. I keep thinking, how can we change this? And the only thing I can think about right now is we need to start from the little kids, because when we get a certain age, we don't like to change. And to teach them the proper way to eat is the way we got to do this, because that's all it takes. We don't have to not eat. It's not what we eat, it's how much we eat. And we love to eat, and that's not going to work. So for this opportunity, it is a blessing and an honor for me. I do love people, have always. I wish I'm getting up in age now. I don't know when I'm going to retire. I'm not ready yet. But I wish I could keep going, because there's a lot of needs out there for us. So thanks, Manatee Rural Health, for taking me in, giving me the opportunity to help patients, Manatee Memorial Hospital. I am so blessed to be a part of helping people. That's a passion for me, and thank you all so much for this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. Porter.
Okay, thank you.
Our next category is the physician category. The nominations that were submitted listed countless hours of service that these medical professionals give in our community. Many of the nominees stood out for their compassion, their willingness to help patients, and their willingness to serve our community that go well beyond what they do within their own practices. But the judges, this was one of those ones where the judges just had a very difficult time. They were only allowed to pick one. And so we're very pleased to congratulate Dr. Sean Castellucci with Urology Partners as our 2018 Champions of Healthcare Award winner in the physician category. We asked Dr. Richard Kennard to share with us on camera a little bit of what Dr. Castellucci has done to help physicians make an even greater impact in our community.
In the very complex world of healthcare and its delivery, huge paradigm shifts are occurring that will redefine how healthcare will be delivered and how it will be paid for. It's my very great pleasure to have nominated an exceptional member of our local Manatee County Medical Society, to receive the recognition in the physician category. Dr. Castellucci has demonstrated exceptional leadership for organized medicine in our community. Although he is already recognized as a very competent urologist with the finest of credentials and professional accomplishments, and gains great respect from his patients for his compassionate care, I nominated him because of his contribution as one of the most effective and successful presidents in the history of the Manatee County Medical Society. I've been a member of the Society since 1967, and seldom have I seen the leadership of the quality he demonstrates. Although the office of President for Manatee County Medical Society usually changes annually, because of his exceptional leadership, he served 2 years in succession. Dr. Castellucci recognized the need for the Society to not only step up and express its position on healthcare issues, but to then gain consensus as to the vision for solutions of the issues. He then instituted action plans to proactively accomplish those solutions. The result of his leadership has been to bring greater collaboration between medicine, government, education, and within the membership of the Society. As an ongoing member of the board of the Society, Dr. Castellucci continues to tirelessly and selflessly contribute his time and his talent. Sean, I very much admire you for your leadership involvement and the results, and am delighted to see you receive the deserved recognition for it. You truly are a champion of healthcare in Manatee County. Thank you, and God bless you.
Well, I am honored and I just am humbled to be here. I was not expecting this, but thank you, Dr. Conard, for those very nice words. Thank you, the Chamber, as well as the other finalists who deserve to be up here presently with me. It's been my honor to serve this community, and I feel privileged to be here with everybody today. You know, healthcare changes rapidly, and it's important that we all stay on top of that. I look forward to continuing to serve this community, and I'd like to thank Valerie Vale for all that she's done as well with the Medical Society. I'd also like to thank Urology Partners for bringing me here, and of course my wife and my family who deal with me not being home all the time because we do have a lot of issues to take care of. But again, thank you so much for this honor, and God bless you all.
Our next category is the Individual of Merit category. Through this award, we honor an individual who may or may not be a healthcare professional, but whose service as a board member, as a volunteer, philanthropist, elected official, community leader, or government leader goes beyond his or her day job and works to improve and support the healthcare system here in Manatee County. This year's honoree has brought new resources, knowledge, and attention to our community's healthcare system, and please help me in honoring Joshua Barnett with Manatee County Government as our 2018 Champions of Healthcare Individual of Merit Award winner. We're going to hear from Commissioner Carol Whitmore about how Joshua is helping lead in our community. So as Joshua makes his way on the stage.
Good morning, my friend, and yes, I consider you my friend. Congratulations on receiving the Individual of Merit Awards this year. I'm very sorry I cannot be sitting with you today, as you are finding out that your peers have selected you to receive this award. I'm pretty sure you are pretty much flustered, but you have your friends, your family, and county colleagues to share the celebration. The majority of the commissioners are in Orlando at the Florida Association of Counties meeting this morning, or we would all be there with you. Let me tell you about Joshua Barnett. He was selected 2 years ago to help the county get a grasp on the approximately $23 million the county spends on healthcare out of our general fund. This fund pays for programs that are mandated by the state, such as jail medical and Medicaid match. Joshua brings extraordinary experience and perspective to his work here in Manatee County, including 2 master's degrees, and is currently pursuing his PhD. He has made significant progress in bringing together many different stakeholders. People love working with him, and he has quickly gained the respect of those with whom he works. He is committed to progress, smart solutions, responsible governments, and measurable outcomes. One great example is state funding of an important pilot project in Manatee County to battle the opioid epidemic with peer coaching. We hope to become a model for Florida and beyond. Congratulations, Joshua, for your work as a champion of healthcare, and welcome to the club.
Well, my heart's pounding. The standard was pretty high, so thanks to the Chamber for accepting my bribe. I also want to thank all those who have welcomed me. Being here for nearly 2 years has really been, I have the dream job. So thank you to all those, to Sherry Corrier, who called me in the airport as the hurricane was approaching. She said, "I'm calling you now to let you know that you're coming to Manatee County. You have the job. We have to go because we're shutting down because the hurricane's coming in." I think it's been smooth sailing since then. To the Community Foundation and to Karen Winden and Susie at the Community Foundation for selecting me to be here, and to the Medical Society, and I mean to everybody who's worked with me, thank you so much. I think my mentors have instilled in me to be fair, be firm, but make sure to be friendly, and that has certainly been the case here in Manatee County, so I really appreciate this, and thanks for everything. So thanks to the Chamber, appreciate it.
Thanks for all you do, Doctor. Appreciate it, Josh. To present our next award, I'd like to ask Travis Hullinger with Florida Blue to come up to the stage. Travis, thank you to Florida Blue for its leadership level of sponsorship of these Championship of Healthcare Awards. And you are obviously a recipient of healthcare services.
Good morning. I am Travis Hullinger, and it's an honor for Florida Blue and our whole team to be involved with the Manatee Chamber's Champions of Healthcare Awards again this year. It is especially rewarding to sponsor the Youth Volunteer Award and Scholarship. At Florida Blue, we truly understand that youth are our future, and our involvement and interest in them helps to shape our leaders of tomorrow. Our mission is to help communities achieve better health. We do that through not only providing quality health care, but also by giving, volunteering, and supporting the communities we live in. As you know, our award format called for us to announce the winner of the Youth Volunteer Award when we announced the finalists in the 7 other categories. So you all know that Kiara Lewis, a student at Southeast High, is our 2018 Champions of Healthcare Youth Volunteer Award winner. Please help me in congratulating Kiara. She is a talented young leader in our community and sets an incredible example for her fellow classmates. Kiara has logged more than 300 volunteer hours between Turning Points and the Healthy Teens Coalition here in Manatee County. In addition, she volunteers in other ways that make a big impact, including at the Manatee Performing Arts Center, her school yearbook team, and writing projects supporting a number of health-related issues. As a teen health educator, Kiara is a leader in our peer outreach on critical health topics like teen pregnancy, STDs, and drug use. Teen health educators speak with their peers to achieve the goal of reducing risky behavior among students. Her outreach touches thousands of students in middle schools, high schools, and the Boys and Girls Clubs. In light of all the community service, you might think that she prioritizes those over her academics. But her weighted GPA is 4.5 in the prestigious IB program, and she is ranked in the top 10% of her class at Southeast High. She is a member of the National Honor Society and represents the first generation of her family to attend college. Before we bring Kiara up to share a few words, let's watch this video with Flora Zamora, a fellow classmate at Southeast High. For those of you that have supported the Champions of Healthcare Awards year after year, Flora will be familiar to you as she was honored with the Youth Volunteer Award 2 years ago. Let's watch the video.
Hi, I am Flora Zamora, and I had the honor of being the 2016 Champion of Healthcare Youth Volunteer Award winner. What fun it is to introduce this year's youth winner, Kiara Lewis. I have had the honor of serving with her as a teen health educator for the Healthy Teens Coalition for the past 3 years. Wow, were we ever lucky and smart to ask her to join our team. The Teen Health Educator program provides peer education and serves as advocates on healthy teen issues in Manatee County. You will see that Kiara took those responsibilities pretty seriously. Kiara has done an incredible job of sharing her talents and her time to help other youth in our community. In fact, she has too many accomplishments to ever mention, so I will hit some of the highlights. Kiara was one of the 4 teens in the entire state who served as a featured speaker on a statewide webinar about teen health issues. A few weeks ago, Kiara represented our team at the Florida Department of Education State Conference, where she spoke on our Teen Health Educator program. She was also only one of 2 high school students to serve on a school-based health clinic task force with adult community and school district leaders. And Kiara says that speaking is not her strong point. Her real love is writing. Some of the highlights regarding her writing include her article on school-based health clinics that was published on a national teen health website. She creates a quarterly feature article on the Teen Health Educator program for the Coalition's newsletter. She has also written for Drug-Free Manatee's letter and has had an article published in the Bradenton Herald. She even created her own financial literacy essay contest. In fact, she also won the Golden Herald in journalism for all of the great writing. Kiara has over 500 community service hours and did all of this while also serving on the yearbook staff and being a busy and academically successful IB student who just graduated in the top 10% of her class. Are you ready to meet my remarkable friend? Congratulations, Kiara, on this important award.
And to help Kiara achieve her future goals, she will receive a $1,000 scholarship check in addition to her award. Come on over and accept your award. Before I get off stage, is a picture now or later? Now? Okay.
Good morning, everyone. I am thrilled and honored and thankful to be here today among various individuals and organizations who have dedicated their time and services to making Manatee County the best it can be today and for future generations. As an IB student at Southeast High School, I was pushed to excel in every aspect of my high school career. Volunteerism was highly esteemed as greatly as academics. This motivated me to contribute to the improvement of my school and local community. This is how, on campus, I was enrolled in service projects and activities through the National Honor Society, the yearbook staff, and I even started an online newspaper at my school called Smoke Signals during my senior year. Outside of school, I have volunteered for Turning Point's One-Stop Clinic and Manatee Performing Arts. Currently, I am a student writer for College Express, an online website dedicated to guiding students through high school and college. Also, since my freshman year, as you probably heard before, I have been a teen health educator. After undergoing extensive training and education on reproductive health, I actively participate in educating preventative measures and thinking of solutions plaguing you today by facilitating training regarding the prevention of teen pregnancy, STDs, drug use, and more in attempts to reduce risky behavior demonstrated by Manatee County youth. This occurs at the Boys and Girls Club, shelters, as well as schools. This education is vital because it can prevent life-changing illnesses and saves lives. As a teen health educator, I have received new opportunities within my community, a few of which you've heard from Flora Zamora. For example, I have served on a statewide webinar. I served as a student representative on a school-based health clinic task force. And this summer, I have presented alongside Marianne Legler and Markel Simmons at a state conference in Lakeland. And for the remainder of the summer, I will serve as a team leader for the Teen Health Educators program. In the 7th grade, I was accepted into the Take Stock in Children program. Over the year, this program has provided me with guidance and financial and academic preparation, enabling me to enroll at the University of South Florida, Sarasota, Manatee. When I was little, my mother subscribed to Dr. Seuss books in the Care Bear series, which cultivated an early love of reading and later writing as well. This is why I have decided to major in USFSM's unique program called Professional and Technical Communication. With this degree, I hope to become a grant writer and help nonprofits and charitable organizations receive funding so they can continue improving and assisting our community with their services. Although I am moving on to the next chapter of my life, I can't wait to continue to be involved in the betterment of Manatee County. Thank you.
Over here. There you go.
Is anyone else wondering when Kiara sleeps? Now we've come to our final award this morning. I'd like to ask Gerhard Toth. I saw Gerhard, here you are. Gerhard with Regions Bank to make this award. You know, Regions Bank stepped forward at the very beginning of our planning 6 years ago to support these Champions of Healthcare Awards as our presenting sponsor, and committed again to this year to this top-level sponsorship. So Gerhard, thank you very much, and thank you to Regions Bank for your outstanding support and for making the Champions of Healthcare Awards such a success. Thanks, Gerhard.
Thank you, Matt. Where's Kara? You have to stay in Manatee County. We need your leadership. We need assets like you in this community. A round of applause for Kiara. Oh, and like I've said before, I need to have a conversation with my children. To think that I was proud that they had straight A's, but honestly, you are amazing. You are amazing. Good morning again, and thanks, Matt. On behalf of Regions Bank, I am very pleased to be here this morning for these prestigious awards. The Manatee Chamber's Champions of Healthcare Awards help raise the level of awareness of the amazingly positive achievements that are happening right here in Manatee County. Regions Bank is very proud to have been the leading sponsor since the inception of these awards 6 years ago. I applaud all of the nominees, finalists, and winners. What an impressive group. I know it was a very difficult task for this year's judges because we have so many people and organizations dedicated to the health and well-being of our community. So first of all, I'd like to recognize and thank MTC and Pier 22 for doing such a wonderful job. We have over 300 people here today. And as a reminder, I ask that you consider volunteering on October the 13th and the 14th. We'll be right here for remote area medical. You can be a practitioner, a clinician, a volunteer, a translator. Remote area medical provides free health care, general medicine, OBGYN services, dental care to the community in need. So I hope you would come back here on the 13th and 14th of October. Regions is a strong advocate and supporter of Manatee County's healthcare community. We've had a long-time presence here, and we're very proud of our work. We are a strong supporter of local healthcare organizations, societies, and educational programs. We're also very proud of the relationships that we have forged over the years with our local healthcare professionals. At Regions Bank, we look forward to many years of partnership with Manatee County's healthcare community. I have the privilege of presenting the Champions of Healthcare Lifetime Achievement Award to Dr. Karen Liebert. Dr. Liebert, who received multiple nominations for this year's awards, has had a long, distinguished career as an OBGYN. She has served patients in Manatee County for almost 30 years and delivered more than 5,000 babies. Her compassionate care of mothers and babies quickly earned her a reputation in all of the best possible ways. The list of nonprofit and community organizations to which Dr. Liebert has given her time include Solve House, CareNet, Big Brothers Big Sisters, the foster care system, and the community pregnancy clinic. In fact, she has reduced her office hours in order to maximize the time she gives back to mothers and babies here in our community. Dr. Liebert was honored at the national level with an invitation by First Lady Laura Bush to attend the State of the Union address in 2005. Her presence highlighted the negative impact that dramatic rises in malpractice insurance were having on physicians and their patients. Nominations for Dr. Liebert came from fellow physicians, a nurse, and 2 nonprofit executives. I believe this is a testament to her caring nature and respect with which she treats everyone she works and volunteers with here in Manatee County. The nominations included descriptions like dedicated, kind, intelligent, respected, gentle, committed, tireless, unselfish, caring. As we bring Dr. Karen Liebert on stage to accept this award, let's hear from Patty Madsen, who will share a little more about her.
We are so blessed in Manatee County to have so many outstanding physicians, but Dr. Karen Liebert is truly exceptional. A graduate with honors from prestigious Georgetown University School of Medicine, her list of academic and professional achievements and awards are quite impressive. But if you ask Dr. Liebert what her greatest achievement is, she will without hesitation answer that it's her family. As a nurse at Blake Medical Center for over 35 years, I had the privilege to work with Dr. Liebert. Her stamina in the operating room and her energy level in general can only be compared to that of the Energizer Bunny, and I challenge anyone to try to keep up with her quick pace through the hallways, especially if she's running just a tad late. Every patient is Dr. Liebert's only patient. She takes time to listen and to care, and not to meet only physical needs, but the emotional and spiritual needs as well. Patients would consistently tell me, "She's amazing. I couldn't have done this without Dr. Liebert. I love Dr. Liebert." These same sentiments were often echoed by Blake's staff, as Dr. Liebert always finds time to voice her appreciation for others, to commend their hard work and their dedication. Multiple nomination letters for Dr. Liebert all use similar words to describe her: caring, compassionate, kind, gentle, faithful, respectful, passionate, humble, and selfless. Simply put, she has a faithful servant's heart. She's a champion for mothers and fathers and children, delivering more than 5,000 babies over her career. She's also been there for those who struggle with infertility and is an advocate of adoption. She has walked with mothers whose child's life has ended. And what stands out for this award today are the countless important ways that she gives back outside of her medical practice. Dr. Liebert supports the young mothers and staff at Solve, sharing her gifts to prepare them for motherhood. She has faithfully served for many years as the medical director of CareNet Minnesota, helping mothers faced with an unplanned pregnancy. Personally, I never saw myself leaving Blake Medical Center, but when presented with the opportunity to serve with Dr. Liebert, how could I say no? The doors of Community Pregnancy Clinic opened 1 year ago, thanks to the tireless commitment of Dr. Liebert, our volunteer medical director. She is truly the heart of our clinic. Anyone that sees the hope and the love that she gives to others, regardless of race, religion, or economic status, they see a true champion of healthcare. Dr. Liebert, my friend, thank you for all that you have given to mothers, fathers, babies, and families in Manatee County.
Please help me in honoring Dr. Karen Liebert, this year's Champions of Healthcare Lifetime Achievement Award winner.
Congratulations. Amazing work. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
I want to first thank God and his many gifts. Number one is my husband, Dr. Hugh Liebert. We kind of come as a package deal for over 40 years. We have spent a total of 55 years caring for the patients in Manatee County together. So. I also thank my family, notably my father, who was a family physician. He taught me the art of medicine, that kindness usually works, though in some people it may take a little longer. Thank you to colleagues, nurses, nurse assistants, ultrasound technologists, whom I have been blessed to work with and have learned so much from, especially past and present staff of Blake Hospital, Manatee Memorial Hospital, and Manatee Gynecology. A special thanks to those very dear to my heart at CareNet, CPCI, and Solve, who see the noble truth that every life has dignity, innate beauty, and infinite potential. Finally, to my patients, I only have nice patients, by the way. It has been a genuine privilege to know you. In many families, I see 3 generations. Often the youngest woman is one of my babies, whom I had the joy to help bring into the world. Science and faith come from the same source and reveal that each person is unique, irreplaceable, and precious. Healthcare is an honorable and rewarding endeavor when knowledge and skill are blended with compassion, as we celebrate here today. Thank you, and God bless you.
Well, as I said, isn't this a wonderful event? You know, I leave this event feeling so positive and, well, also so humble by what our neighbors and our friends have accomplished and what they do for all of us. Manatee County is a place where so many dedicate their careers to taking care of those in need. It's a place where people are empowered to make a difference in healthcare. And there really isn't anything more important to our quality of life than our own health and that of our family and our neighbors. Thank you once again to our sponsors. I hope you'll take the time to patronize their businesses and let them know you appreciate their generosity in supporting these Manatee Chamber of Commerce Champion of Healthcare Awards. For all of our nominees and finalists, we have a certificate for you to take with you this morning to display proudly for all your efforts to improve the health of our community. I ask that all of the finalists, not just the winners, all of the finalists would please come to the stage after we adjourn so we can take some group photos. All the finalists, all the winners. A huge thank you to the Chamber staff and to the Healthcare Committee for their work on this spectacular event. Thank you very much. And finally, thank all of you for attending this meeting. We appreciate your support. We look forward to seeing you at next year's Champions of Healthcare Awards. Thanks very much.